Hey, everybody. Jim Mallard here, host of the Mallard Report. I wanted to take a minute here and talk about the journey of podcasting and the way that there are wonderful new developments going on in the podcasting world that just save so much time. So stay tuned because I have a special offer for you coming up. Yes, this is going to be a sales pitch at the end, but calm down. It's worth the time. Let's first talk about the journey of podcasting that I've been on for the past coming up on 13 years. Back in the day, man, actually before I started podcasting, I was given some really bad advice or really good advice, depends on how you slice it, right? Um, for the first 8 months of my show, I didn't record it because I was doing a live show and they said, hey, make it so the listeners have to tune in live, which sounds great in theory, but you know how many people can't be there 9 p.m. Tuesday night, Eastern time? A lot. And it kind of hit me one night when I was sitting in the chat room post show, and the guy messaged me, pops up, private message. Hey Jim, I really enjoyed the show. I said, oh hey, where are you from? He said Brazil. Kind of hit me at that moment that I needed to be recording these shows and letting them go around the world as they should, as your show should. Then, so I started podcasting, right? You started pushing record. It's not that big a deal anymore, right? There's great website apps that do that for you. And you take for granted these days that when I put my show on iTunes, back before it was Apple Podcast, back when it was on iTunes, it took 5 months to appear on there. You had to manually submit it. You had to hunt the email address for Apple's podcast input. Then they'd send you a message and you'd have to fill out the form. Basically a copy and paste letter, right? You copy, you paste, you put all this information in, and you send it off. Not like today where you just check some boxes and it's done. It's remarkable how podcasting has changed through the years. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. I've met some great people, interviewed dozens, hundreds of people. I guess we're at near almost 600 shows now, which just blows my mind. I've had the opportunity to be, like I said, I've done a live show. I've had the opportunity to be on some of the best paranormal networks on the planet. And like Dark Matter, which was Art Bell's network when he came back for the final time. I was on the Test Network, right? Like way back in the day before it became Dark Matter. I was on artbell.com, which is probably still the biggest single frill. I've interviewed a lot of people. I've interviewed, I think it is 14 New York Times bestsellers. And that moment was pretty cool. Yeah. So you look at all these different changes, right? All the different changes that I've seen through the years. It's been up and down, and the market's been great. The market's been bad. Advertising has changed a lot. A lot of things have changed a lot. Back, when I started, it was easy to get Facebook traction. Now it's almost impossible. But that's okay. That's the journey that as a podcaster you choose to take. And like I said, there's so much out there now. But before we get into that, I got to take another minute here and rewind the tape and tell you that no matter what your topic is, for many years mine was paranormal. It's getting into education now with my new show, Candy Apple Advocacy. Link for that will be in the bio as well. Link for the Mallard Report will be in the post as well for this. But whatever it is, follow that passion to its end. Follow it out, right? Interview people, talk to people, read the books, right? Read the books. Don't take it for granted for any moment. Because you've asked somebody, if you have a guest on your show, which I've had, like I said, probably close to 450 different guests on through the years, you've asked them to spend some time with you that they could be doing anything else. Spending time with family, reading, watching Netflix, whatever it is, they could be doing something else besides stalking news. Don't ever take it for granted that they're giving you time. Please. I've done some shows where I wish I had done Netflix or read instead of just sitting there talking to these people because they didn't take the time. Okay, but there's a rant. But this is what I'm here to talk about. Swell AI. Yes, this is the sales pitch part, folks. But it's not really, because if you're a podcaster, time is money. And Swell AI has been a tool that I've used successfully a number of times when I needed show notes wrote and I was up against it. I was getting ready to publish a show and I just didn't have time to write everything falls on a calendar, right? Swell.ia, link below, right? Affiliate link. You'll love it. I love it. What more can I say? Write your podcast notes. It's got a little, you can get titles and all sorts of different assets out of it. It's one of the best tools for podcasting I've ever seen. Swell.ai down there.